is going on, guys? Welcome to FISHTORY, and today I wanted to show you some of the offerings at Dan's Fish. Now, yes, I have a affiliate link with Dan's Fish. Let me get that out of the way. But there's a reason for that. I only link up with companies that I find top-notch, incredible, and not all of them are in a program where they have affiliate links or they're open to that, but Dan's happens to be one that is. Over the years, Aquatic Arts, Redfish, Bluefish, the Wet Spot Tropicals, Imperial Tropicals, these are all places that I think do it top notch. But today I want to look at and show you some of the crazy stuff that Dan's Fish has right now. And if you guys want a discount, all you have to do is go and enter the code Alex when you check out, and that'll give you a discount. Should take off about like sales tax essentially. He also will have the newest listing section, which is awesome. A lot of times he'll have really cool like swordtails and rainbow fish. He usually has a ton of rainbow fish as well. Interesting collection points as well. Imperial lapis tetra, those are beautiful. I have some of those. The toothpick crocodile fish, those were all the rage a few years ago, and I love that the Paradoxus is its Latin name. Also, they have shrimp and invertebrates and snails from time to time, but again, this is just showing what came in when. These Moa Island sahulensis, the Melantania sahulensis, these are a small rainbow fish. They never get too big, but they do have a beautiful display of their fins when they're mating and excited. I just got a whole school of those that we'll be showing off. And then he also has Melanitania species Comang River. Doesn't have a Latin name yet. So he's got the newest stuff. He's got Hillstream loaches. Some of them had colors on their tails and things recently. Just whatever you can think of that is an oddball or rare fish, he brings in. And he works very closely with people. So if it's not in stock or you see that it's just went out of stock, say add to wish list, and boom, he'll let you know when it comes back in. These are incredible platinum half-beaks. They're a really fun live bear from Asia, unrelated to all the other live bears in the U.S. He's got a lot of these wild live bears too, the Lamia humpbacks and the Lamias, and look at these, the Liberty mollies. These are one of the most beautiful wild fish you're gonna find.
Here's another Liberty molly.
That's wild.
And they're doing really well. They've gained a lot of weight since.
They haven't been domesticated at all. Same with Pacific mollies, and you're going to pay premiums for these incredible species. But these are not mollies or platies from the hobby that you'd think of. These are wild and then line bred, either in U.S. or Britain, or they're just wild. But this is how they come out of the wild, and they look just phenomenal. So I'm going to stop gushing at the prices of all this. Look at these live bears here. These are just beautiful. Look at that. For the Blue Phantom, only $39. That is crazy low price, actually. Teddy bear, tiger, Lamias. These are one of my absolute favorite live bear fish. And live bears, think about it. You have them, and they're going to have a whole bunch of babies really quick for you. You can flip those. You'll be the only one in your area with them. So, now, the shipping on anything overnight these days is a bit pricey. So, just be sure that you're going to order a couple fish. Bringing the price down on the shipping. So let's just take a look here, and I want to theoretically look at the prices and let you guys know too that this guy is passionate about fish. Every week you can check him out on Wednesdays on his channel, Dan's Fish, or on YouTube, and you can also check out this website, obviously, where you can buy fish. But he gets in really unusual fish that normally people just don't sell. You'll see specialists or home breeders or people who go and tour the Amazon and bring back a selection of fish, maybe breeding some at a club or something. But there's less than probably 1,000 people in the country that actually, bring in these kinds of fish. And I'm talking 1,000 individuals. So this is stuff that he has right now. This is one of my favorite fish of all time, the Tiananacara candidi. These are a beautiful little fish, these guys here. And this picture doesn't necessarily do them justice, but you could put these in a 10-gallon, and they are an incredibly beautiful little fish. Apistos in general are a great little cichlid to start with. A 10 or a 20-gallon. 20 long is really ideal. Then you can keep them with a few community fish, maybe some pencil fish or a little type of killifish. some Corridoras or Autosynclus, something like that, and a few mid-water schoolers like Tetras or Rasboras. But he's got some of these, and the prices really vary, and sometimes people will look at that and be like, for a pair, so I'm paying $60, well, that's $30 a fish. Tack on, say, 40 for overnight shipping and a heat pack and all that, and it's guaranteed arrival. And if you didn't catch that at the beginning, look at this. Last month, he always posts the last month's success rate. They had 1,776 reviews, and out of all that, 98.89% were positive. I mean, look at this score, 4.96 out of 5. So you're in good hands here. I don't like to, pass people off to sellers online that are new in the game and haven't quite nailed down everything yet. Now, you can take a chance with people like that, and it works out sometimes. But this is a guy who individually bags nearly every fish, if not every fish, especially mid-size and larger fish like angels and things. And they have selections that you can't find pretty much anywhere else. So you may have seen some of these varieties. They're beautiful. They're nice. They're top of the line. They're brand new species a lot of time. But let me show you guys something truly remarkable here. If we go down to the Tetras, let me show you something that you might have seen in a magazine, but you definitely haven't seen at your local pet store, I would guess, which is longfin tetras. These are bred in small batches in Europe, and they are incredible. This picture is pretty cool, but I've had these. There's these, and there's also a veil tail form he'll get in sometimes, and they are stunning. They are like showstoppers in the aquarium. Now, they're a little pricey, $20 a pop, and I know a lot of people want to pay $2.99, but this guy holds everything for sometimes months, feeding it and getting it back up to size. Sometimes it's just, 2 weeks, whatever the fish need. But look at this. They have all sorts of interesting tetra that are extremely rare. I mean, stuff you'll never see in a local pet store unless you're in Germany or Singapore. Maybe your pet store brings in 1 or 2 of these species if they're a very good kind of following the newest species type establishment. But Dan's Fish, I mean, look at this. These are crazy, beautiful tetras. A lot of times you'll see them. The price is high on these ones, but these are brand new to the hobby in a lot of cases. Like, they don't even have a Latin name sometimes. Like this one, Hemigrammus species orange, that doesn't even have a name yet, and yet you can get it for $20. So it's pretty wild. And some of these are just incredibly beautiful fish that you've seen before, and those are much more affordable. I mean, Ember Tetras, $5.99, and they're big, fully grown fat bellies. Emperor Tetras, $7.99. So they are quality fish for sure. But let's see what else he's got going right now, because he's always got interesting stuff, like these purple pencilfish. He even has the collection point. That's the other thing I love about his site, is that they have the collection point. They have whether it was harvested from nature or grown in an aquarium or overseas in Asia or Europe or here in the United States. There's a lot of hobbyist breeders, and he literally pays them 1/4 of landed fees. So of landed, what it'll be listed at, and then he tells you right here, you can put 10 fish, small to medium fish, in a bag, in a box overnight, $39.99. If you want 80 fish, though, you can get a big box and spend $70 on shipping. You could go in with a couple friends or maybe a fish club locally, split that 3 or 4 ways, and all of a sudden you're down in price a whole lot. I mean, it's negligible for how much you'd be spending on trying to import rare stuff like these hummingbird tetras. And I do have to say, he's not going to be the lowest price. That's for sure. These are for collectors. These are going to be very high-end quality specimens that look their best. I mean, if they're not top-notch, he doesn't send them out. So, I mean, you can see, just as we've looked at these cichlids, he's got some really incredible ones. I mean, these are collection point or specially bred. Like, this is a Nigerian red that Rick, one of the breeders he works with, has gotten even redder. I mean, look at that body. It's just beautiful. There's also blue cribs, which is something we don't see in the U.S. hardly ever. Usually has more Central American fish, but he's got, electric blue Dempsey's. In Tanganyika, let's see what he's got here. So he has some of these kind of Tanganyikan fish that you see in the hobby, but usually it's a very specific point. So, see, he has 2 Tropheus varieties, but he specifically has Blue Point and the red-banded Tropheus from Bemba. So, I mean, how specific can you get if you're trying to do a biotope or something? He's always got, like, the best of the best. It's show quality, you know. And here you can see blue parrot cichlids. This stuff, he usually doesn't carry a ton of these kind of things, but he is starting to carry some of these hybrid fish and these new ones like flower horns and things out of Singapore, out of Southeast Asia. These are kind of cutting edge fish too. He has a strict kind of policy of if it impedes the fish's ability to live and get around or to thrive, you know, as a fish in your aquarium, he won't keep it. I mean, look at this. I don't know anywhere else to get these, honestly. And these are gold roseline barbs. I mean, they're incredible.
Hey everybody, it's Dan.
You gotta see these. Let's see if he's got a spot where, I think he shows them right behind himself, usually. Yeah.
It came like this piebald
Look
color here
at
with
that.
like blotched brown on it, like a piebald ball python or something like that.
So these are new to
This
the
guy?
hobby, but, I mean, incredible. Don't know where else to find them, period. And, yeah, it's just super cool to see a shop doing things the right way, too. I mean, you can get fish like as common as a rosy barb or as a cherry barb. And, yeah, they're a couple bucks more, but where they are established, oh, I love these drape fin barbs. So hard to find. Sometimes they'll come through local stores, but they're very hard to find when you're looking for them, of course. They are beautiful in a school. They light up with like this metallic yellow and peach color. They're incredible. CPDs, $8.99. I mean, not crazy prices on a lot of the fish, but yeah, on some of them you will pay more if there's something special about it. All these little Bararas, you know, if you want your chili Resbora, your Phoenix Resbora, your strawberry Resbora, they're all going to be here. Also, the longfin white cloud minnows, mountain minnows, they're beautiful, super beautiful, and they've got yellow on them, those ones. And those can live outside too. He's even got Taiwan hill trout, another one that has been really requested in the hobby, and Taiwan horsemouth fish, which are another one that have been requested in the hobby. Like, no one can get them, no one can import them. I mean, he's also frequently going to have things like these golden dwarf barbs, the Pethia gellius, you know, things like the mascara barb, the little melon barbs. He's just got incredible stuff, just really, really incredible stuff. And he does have invertebrates. He is known for his plecos and cories as well. He's often got cories that you've never heard of. And if he has something like a Corydoras equus, you best believe it's top end. It's from Aquarium Glauser. So he tells you his wholesaler source, which is in Europe, which is in Germany, which, you know, is the pictures when you Google a rare fish, and oftentimes it says Aquarium Glauser. He has an account with them. You know, he's able to get a hold of their fish. Here we've got CW numbers. So this is the 005 Pantanolensis, another really rare cory. The gold laser cories, of course, they're so popular right now. These Corydoras elegans are a really nice one. These are a red laser versus, see the orange versus red. There are a few other laser varieties out there, but right now these don't have a Latin name either. Corydoras delphax, they get pretty big. These are just incredibly beautiful. They used to be 30 bucks all over the place. Now they are $12.99. But think about it. You get 5 or 6 of these, you breed them, and you make all your money back. I mean, look at these red lasers. Those are an incredible cory. Some of them, he doesn't have pictures yet. It's usually new stuff that he's, you know, brought in and hasn't photographed yet. But, I mean, look at those black Venezuelans he just recently had. They are super black. So, yeah, it's pretty incredible. Let's take a look at his plecos. He has a lot of the so-called Holy Grail plecos. Snow white, bushy nose. I mean, that's the non-albino one. Healthy, sells them at a decent size. The giant autosynclus, love that fish. You can see those sometimes other places. But look at this. Here comes the real oddballs. Look at these. Never see these anywhere in the U.S. These whiptails. You'll see Farowellas and a variety of other things similar. But he's got the crazy stuff, you know. And you're going to pay for some of it. I mean, he's got one of the zebra plecos here. This cracked Rio Atenes pleco, really awesome. And it's an ancestral species, so it's actually going to stay rather small. That's a really cool look. Really easy to breed the ancestris. Sultan Pleco. Those stay pretty small. They're really cool. I love those. I had a few of those. The Elenquer Tiger Plecos, another great one. Kind of mid-sized. The Mini Snowball. These are phenomenal. I had mine, never got over 3 inches. Loved them. Orange Tiger Plecos. Ocelot Plecos. Into the Whiptail Catfish again. Mustard Spot Plecos. And his Whiptails are only $22. I mean, and recently I saw some actual ichthyologists in California were posting that they had bred some of his really rare whiptails. I mean, he also frequently will have like the leopard cactus pleco or some of these really strange. This one is the Robocop orange autosynclus. Its Latin name is Robocop. He also did have these incredible L46, the really rare zebra plecos. Now they're getting less rare, but these ones, the L236 super white holy grails, those are truly like. Hans Evers discovered those, and then someone in the U.S., someone in Germany also have been working on the lines for years and passing them on to make them whiter and whiter and interesting patterns. There's just incredible stuff going on dansfish.com. So I highly recommend you check it out. You can notice I already have things in my cart. Definitely check them out and use the code ALEX if you want to get a little discount and also help the channel out at the same time. I just wanted to shine some light on one of my absolute favorite shops in town. And by that I mean in the middle of Wyoming, nowhere near me. They're an incredible shop. Check them out. Check them out.